The Israeli Air Force, IIAF, has entered a decisive new phase in its long-term modernization strategy with the launch of production for the CH-53K Pere, a next-generation heavy-lift helicopter. This development marks a symbolic and practical milestone for Israel, as the country begins replacing one of the longest-serving aircraft in its history, the CH-53D Yasur. With the first deliveries expected by 2028, the Pere promises to transform the IAF's airlift and logistics capabilities, ensuring that Israel remains prepared for evolving regional security challenges. The Yasur helicopters have been the backbone of Israel's heavy-lift aviation since they were introduced in 1969. Over the years, they played a vital role in countless missions ranging from combat operations and special forces deployments to humanitarian rescues and disaster relief. Despite undergoing extensive modernization and life extension programs, the airframes are approaching 60 years in service, making their replacement an operational necessity rather than a luxury. The Pere program reflects not only a technological upgrade but also the passing of the torch from a legendary aircraft to a system that will define Israeli air mobility for the next generation. The arrival of the cockpit and cabin sections at Sikorsky's production line, a division of Lockheed Martin, marks the start of a carefully coordinated process that will ultimately produce 12 CH-53K helicopters specifically tailored for Israeli needs. The CH-53K Pere is not simply a replacement for the Yasur, it is a dramatic leap forward in performance. Its design centers on heavy payload capacity, speed, range, and survivability, all critical factors in Israel's high-intensity security environment. At its core, the Pere can carry up to 35 tons of cargo, tripling the lifting ability of the Yasur. This means that not only can it transport larger groups of troops, but it can also move light armored vehicles and heavy equipment directly to the battlefield. Powered by 3 General Electric T408 engines delivering 7,500 horsepower each, the helicopter can cruise at 310 km per hour and cover more than 800 km on a single mission. This combination of power and range allows the IAF to operate across multiple fronts, whether projecting force into neighboring regions or responding rapidly to emergencies. The enlarged cabin also provides greater flexibility for mixed missions, enabling commanders to combine troops, vehicles, and supplies in a single lift. One of the unique aspects of the Pere program is the extent of cooperation between American and Israeli defense industries. After the mechanical assembly of each helicopter is completed in the United States, the aircraft will undergo a separate integration phase to incorporate Israeli systems. This is where Elbit Systems plays a central role, adding advanced communications, navigation, and electronic warfare packages designed to give the Pere an edge in contested environments. This additional integration work comes at a significant financial cost. Each helicopter, once fully outfitted with Israeli technology, will cost over $200 million, placing it among the most expensive platforms ever acquired by the Israeli Air Force. However, the added expense is justified by the expected increase in survivability and interoperability with other branches of the Israel Defense Forces. The process also supports the broader U.S.-Israeli defense partnership, reinforcing industrial ties that have been critical for decades. Initially, the IAF expressed interest in acquiring 18 helicopters, but budget constraints limited the first procurement batch to 12. Defense officials have signaled that an additional 6 could be ordered in the future, depending on operational requirements and the availability of funds. The final decision will likely be influenced by lessons learned in recent conflicts in Gaza, Lebanon, and against Iranian forces, where the need for rapid troop and equipment movement has proven decisive. The timeline foresees the first aircraft arriving in Israel in 2028, with operational readiness expected by 2030. Until then, the Yasur fleet will continue flying, despite its age. By the time the transition is complete, the Yasurs will be nearly 60 years old, an extraordinary service record for a combat helicopter. The CH-53K, known as the King Stallion in the United States, was developed primarily for the U.S. Marine Corps. It represents the most advanced heavy-lift helicopter currently in production worldwide, with digital systems, fly-by-wire controls, and modular upgrades designed for decades of service. Interestingly, Israel is the first and so far only foreign customer for the aircraft. While Germany and Japan both evaluated the CH-53K, Berlin ultimately opted for Boeing CH-47F Chinook, citing cost and compatibility reasons. This decision leaves Israel as the sole international operator, a position that both highlights its close strategic relationship with Washington and emphasizes the unique demands of Israeli security. One of the key attractions of the Pere is its survivability. The helicopter incorporates a wide range of defensive systems, including electronic countermeasures, advanced sensors, and armor enhancements. The Israeli-specific upgrades, added during the integration process, will further improve the platform's ability to survive against modern surface-to-air missile systems and radar-guided threats. Its digital cockpit and fly-by-wire design also reduce pilot workload and allow the integration of new applications over time. This ensures that the helicopter remains relevant as technology advances, providing Israel with a future-proof platform for high-intensity warfare. For Israel, the Pere is far more than a technological upgrade. It represents a strategic enabler that will enhance the military's ability to move forces quickly, sustain operations deep into contested territory, and maintain resilience in the face of evolving threats. Heavy-lift helicopters have long been essential to Israel's defense strategy, whether inserting special forces behind enemy lines, evacuating wounded soldiers, or transporting critical supplies in wartime. The Pere's introduction will ensure that the IIAF retains these capabilities for decades to come, but with far greater efficiency and survivability. In a region where rapid response can determine the outcome of conflicts, the new platform provides an invaluable edge. The CH-53K Pere is set to usher in a new era for the Israeli Air Force. By combining American engineering with Israeli electronic warfare expertise, the helicopter will become one of the most advanced heavy-lift aircraft in the world. Though the cost is high and delivery will take several years, the long-term benefits for Israel's security are clear. The transition from the venerable Yasur to the cutting-edge Pere is both a reflection of continuity and a statement of renewal. As Israel prepares for the operational challenges of the next decade, the Pere will stand at the center of its ability to project power, sustain operations, and protect its forces. With production underway and a clear timeline ahead, the IAF's heavy-lift capability is poised to make a generational leap, ensuring that Israel remains ready for the threats of today and tomorrow.